The way the light falls on the leaves means they're not just green. There are tons of orange, yellow...
Purple?
Purple? Oh, does that mean you've mixed up my paints again?
No, Lou. Look. Those trees are dark purple.
Oh, yeah.
It's everywhere. Do you think they're poorly?
I'm not sure, Millie. But it looks like it's spreading.
Maybe you two will know what's wrong.
Good idea, Millie. Let's get our paints and brushes home first. Then we can go...
I'll go ask her.
Wait! Or don't wait. Oh. Whoa. Oh! Ow! Huh? Where'd that come from?
Who's there? Aha!
Ah! Oh.
Finally! I thought no one would respond to my flyers.
Flyers? What? I think you've... Babi Yagi needs you.
I am looking for a new assistant, and here you are.
Those branches, are they yours?
Oh, yes, cat. And you're just in time. Lots to do. It will be good to have help again. Been on my own since last assistant. Got what she deserved. Go get long, thin mushroom from cabbage, and I start magic spell.
Look, Cutie. It's here too.
Why don't I try healing it with my growing power?
Yeah, let's try. Oh dear, it doesn't work.
We've got to find out what's causing this.
Let's get Lou. Maybe his book will help us. Lou! He's not here. Huh? Let's follow it.
Woe on you if you should meet Babi Yagi. She brews the most dangerous potions. Beware! Oh, I knew it! She's the one making the forest sick. I have to stop her.
Hurry up!
Coming!
Long, thin mushrooms.
Her horrible potion's not going to work with the wrong ingredients. Long, thin mushrooms. Bye-bye. Got them.
Very good. Put them in. And now, bring me owl hoot.
Of course. What? Owl hoot? Owl hoot? How? Oh, well. That'll do nicely. Hoot of owl, coming up.
Excellent.
Must have been a big owl.
Our next ingredient is rare. Needs to be fresh. Seatbelts on.
Seatbelts? Whoa!
Here we go.
The book went this way, right?
Think so. Hey, this is the path where I left Lou. His paints? Why would he leave them like this?
Look. These don't grow here.
And a bag. A bag of hoots? What's going on? Oh, I hope Lou is okay.
Millie, look at these. They are enormous.
Some kind of bird?
A chicken.
Lou's been turned into a giant chicken.
Or captured by one.
Oh, we have to help him. Let's go.
Here we are. Nice parking. Who is a good house? And now, next ingredient.
What? You can't eat me. Hairballs would get stuck in your throat.
What are you talking about, silly cat? We just need to take a ride to find it. Look for purple crystal.
Wow.
They're very hard to find.
She's not getting this one. Purple crystal coming up. Got it!
Perfect! Let's go! Come on! Next stop, the place where it all started. Seatbelts on!
That's what came first, the chicken or the egg?
Oh, do you think I can learn chicken? Let me try. Buck, buck, buck.
Oh.
Buck, buck, buck. Oh, no. What did I say?
Whoa! A cave crystal! A rare one!
Maybe the chicken dropped it.
Maybe it collects crystals.
Maybe it invited Lou over. Just wanted to show someone its collection. Maybe not. Oh, poor Lou. I hope he's okay.
See, this is where it all began.
Oh.
Right, let's finish what I started. Cat, pass me purple crystal. No reaction. Maybe it needs binding spell.
This is worse than I imagined. These poor trees.
This must be where the sickness began.
And it's where the footprints end.
Huh?
Skribbly-bibbly-bobbly-bee. Oh no! White crystal! Not good!
Oh dear. Is the potion ruined?
Potion is going to go boom!
Boom? What do you mean, boom?
I mean explodey boom!
I think it's time I quit this job. Bye!
Was that Lou?
Millie! Yuti! Hide!
Out of the way! Inside! No! That was close thing. Cat, you painted white crystal and ruined potion. It was your fault.
No, it's all your fault. You were making the forest ill, and I wasn't going to let that happen.
What? Me? I'm making medicine for it. I'm trying to save the forest.
Yeah, right. You can't fool me. I notice things. I'm on to you.
What do you think is this?
Ooh, Doctor of Potionology.
Professor of Healing.
Oh. But wait. Your old assistant. You said she got what she deserved.
She did. Moved to tropical island. Still sends me postcards.
Oh. You were really just trying to help the forest all this time. And I...
Judged book by its cover?
Yes, okay, I'm sorry. How can I fix this?
We need to do potion all over again. But we don't have purple crystal or hood of owl or long thin mushrooms.
We can help with that.
Long thin mushrooms. Purple crystal. Hood of owl. And finally it's ready.
Wow!
Did
Hooray!
it, Baba Yagi! And one more thing. We need to update your entry in the Big Book of Forest Folk.
Oh, is that supposed to be me?
Yeah, that's not right at all. So, Baba Yagi is a doctor.
Who brews her own medicinal potions out of really weird stuff.
But what about the giant chicken?
Yeah, the footprints we followed all the way here.
House, stand up.
Oh!
Goodbye, house. Want to lift home?
Yes!
Let's go then.
Seatbelts on!
Woo! This is so much fun!
Olive was standing in a big science laboratory, surrounded by test tubes filled with colourful, bubbling liquids. She wore a white lab coat and a big pair of safety goggles. Suddenly, she heard a voice.
No. What is the answer to this problem?
Olive turned around and saw a small man in a lab coat. He was muttering to himself and staring into a microscope.
Hello, I'm Olive.
Ouch, you startled me. I am Professor Comeover, but you can call me Hair Comeover. I am a very busy scientist. What can I do for you?
I was going to ask you the same thing. Are you in a spot of bother?
I've been trying to invent a cure for baldness for many years. It's driving me mad.
The professor turned and picked up 2 bottles from the table.
I need to mix together the right ingredients for the cure. If I do, I will have beautiful flowing hair again. Oh, how I miss my hair. Look, this is me when I was younger. Handsome, eh? I just can't find the right ingredients.
I don't know much about ingredients for your cure, I'm afraid.
Then Olive spotted something in the corner of the lab.
A mop? I think I may have an idea. Close your eyes, Hair Comeover.
Professor Comeover closed his eyes. Olive pulled the handle off the mop and stuck it on top of the professor's head.
You can open your eyes now.
The professor looked in a mirror.
I look like my great-aunt Brunhilde.
He shrieked.
I don't want this. I want to grow my own.
All right, keep your hair on.
Look, if you really want to help, I need you to get that big blue book down from the shelf.
Well, this book can't have been open in a very long time. It's covered in dust.
Olive opened the book and dust flew up everywhere. And Olive couldn't help sneezing.
Achoo!
The sneeze made her fall backwards into a shelf filled with hundreds of bottles. One of them toppled over and poured orange liquid into a beaker of purple liquid on the table.
No, wait, that's not good.
Cried the professor. All of a sudden there was a huge bang.
I don't believe it. It's a miracle. You did it, Olive. You found the cure for baldness. You are a scientific genius.
Professor Comeover was so excited he danced about all over the place.
Thanks very much.
Beamed Olive. It was then she caught her own reflection in the mirror.
Well, I like it, but this huge hairdo could take some getting used to. Hey, would you like me to style yours a bit?
Why not?
Replied the professor. Using a comb and a pair of scissors, Olive went to work styling the professor's new hairdo.
What do you think?
Thank you very much.
Well, it looks like you won't be needing to read this dusty old science book anymore. Oh no, I'm going to... Achoo! I've lost all me hair. Oh well, here today, gone tomorrow, eh?
They both laughed. And as they did, Olive realised it was time to go.
Typical Olive, daydreaming again.
Said her mum.
Actually, I've been helping cure baldness.
Your head's been in the sun too long, dear.
Said Olive's dad. Her little brother laughed. But Olive wasn't listening. She was already dreaming of her next big adventure. Olive's feet were buried in soft yellow sand. It was very hot and sunny.
Where am I?
Said Olive. She could see 3 huge triangular-shaped buildings in the distance. Olive was so busy looking at the pyramids, she didn't notice the huge hole in the ground and fell right in. Olive picked herself up. There was someone in the middle of the hole, digging deeper and deeper into the sand.
Hello? Hello?
Called Olive. The digging stopped, and a small mole popped his head up and squinted at Olive.
Hello? Who's there? I cannot see you.
Complained the mole.
Hello, I'm Olive. Nice to meet you.
I'm Horus, archaeologist extraordinaire. Welcome to Egypt.
Egypt? How exciting! But what's an archaeologist?
An archaeologist is a discoverer of old things hidden underground, but today I'm just trying to find my mummy.
Explained Horus.
Oh, I've heard about these ancient Egyptian mummies that have been buried in the sand for thousands of years. I'd love to see one for real. Oh, why are you throwing all of these treasures away?
Olive pointed at a pile of sand containing lots of sparkly gems and jewels.
Oh, what treasure?
Said Horus. Olive held up a crystal, and Horus had a really close look at it.
Oh, you're right.
Said Horus.
I can't see a thing. I've lost my glasses somewhere in the desert.
Olive looked around and had a think.
Shiny crystals. An old whip. I think I may have an idea. There you go, Horus.
Said Olive. She had tied the whip around Horus's head, looping 2 crystals on it to make a pair of glasses.
Oh, I can see. I can see.
Horus cried. He was jumping for joy. But Horus's jumping had loosened the ground. It started to crack beneath their feet. Olive and Horus fell through the ground and disappeared.
Are you okay, Horus?
Asked Olive as she dusted herself down.
Yes, I'm all right.
Exclaimed Olive as she looked around in wonder. The room was full of all sorts of ancient Egyptian treasures.
Oh, back home again. That's a shortcut I've never used before. And I was close to my mummy all along. Mummy!
Cried Horus as he rushed to give his mummy a really big hug.
Welcome home, dear.
Said Horus's mum.
Oh! So you meant you were looking for your actual mummy, Horus. Nice to meet you, Mrs. Molius. I have to say, you look much younger than the mummy I was expecting. I thought we were looking for one of these.
They all laughed, and as they did, Olive realised it was time to go.
Typical Olive, daydreaming again.
Said her mum.
Okay. Actually, I've been in Egypt looking for mummies.
Your head's been in the sand too long, dear.
Said Olive's dad. Her little brother laughed. But Olive wasn't listening. She was already dreaming of her next big adventure. Olive was in a small, dimly lit room. In front of her were lots of buttons and levers and colourful flashing lights.
Where am I?
Some lights shone out over a beautiful underwater world outside the window.
Gag, what a view!
There were hundreds and hundreds of fish swimming around in front of an enormous blue canyon.
Oh, I'm in a submarine deep in the ocean. I can't wait to explore.
Olive pushed a big red lever marked forward and the submarine dived deep down into the canyon. Olive spotted the opening to a cave.
Interesting.
Said Olive as she drove her submarine right into the cave.
It's even darker in here than it was before.
Olive drove through a big patch of seaweed.
Oh no, now I can't see where I'm going.
The seaweed suddenly came to life and picked up the submarine.
Ow.
Then in the headlights loomed the big green face of an octopus. Hello, bubbled the octopus.
Gag, who are you?
My name's Jonah. I've been trapped inside this whale for days. It's so good to finally meet someone new.
My name's Olive. But what do you mean trapped inside the whale? I just drove into a cave.
Oh no, that was a huge whale's mouth you drove into, Olive. And now he's closed it shut. There's no escape.
But Gag, that doesn't sound good. We need to make the whale open his mouth again. Maybe I could turn my engines all the way up and then the bubbles will make the whale cough. Then we can escape when he opens his mouth.
Olive turned the submarine's engines onto full power and the water started to bubble up.
Oh, that didn't work.
But then the bubbles Olive had made tickled Jonah on the tummy.
Oh, those bubbles tickle.
An octopus with 8 legs. Tickling? I think I may have an idea. Jonah, if you use all your legs, you can tickle the inside of the whale's stomach and make him laugh. Then we can escape through his mouth.
Oh, I think that might just work.
He stretched out his 8 long arms and began to tickle the whale's tummy.
Tickle harder! Tickle harder!
Cried Olive. Jonah tickled as fast as he could. A wall of bubbles started rushing down the tunnel towards Olive and Jonah.
Watch out!
Ricky! What's happening?
I think we might be going out of the top.
The top?
Olive and Jonah were fired out of the whale's blowhole, up high in the sky. Then they started to fall back towards the water. Jonah clung to Olive's submarine with his 8 tentacles as they fell. His body inflated like a parachute, drifting them both gently down to the surface of the water.
Well, that was a lovely, gentle landing.
Oh, thanks so much, Olive. I'm free at last.
That's okay. I think we've all had a whale of a time.
They both laughed, and as they did, Olive realised it was time to go.
Typical Olive, daydreaming again.
Said her mum.
Okay, actually, I've been helping an octopus escape a whale.
Your head's been in the sand too long, dear.
Said Olive's dad. Her little brother laughed. But Olive wasn't listening. She was already dreaming of her next big adventure. Olive was outside in a large field. It was a cloudy day, and there was a machine with a huge pipe poking up into the sky. Lots of wires ran into a control box on the side with a big dial on it.
Oh, watch out!
Cried a voice. Olive just had time to duck as an old man flew right over the top of her head. He had a backpack with a spinning propeller and was carrying a remote control and a strange-looking object.
Oh, are you okay? I'm Olive.
Yes, I think so.
Said the old man.
I'm Dr. Cleverbrain, famous inventor, and this is my weather machine. I've just been trying to mend it.
A weather machine. What does it do?
It controls the weather. It makes clouds, rain, snow, thunder, lightning, wind, and it can even suck up the clouds too. But this special multispectral Ujikali herbal madrometer has fallen off the top, and the machine won't work without it.
Oh, well, can you fix the multi-spectral thingamy?
I've been trying to fly up there using my helipack, but can't work the helipack remote control and hold the multispectral Ujikali herbal madrometer at the same time.
A helipack? A remote control? I think I may have an idea. Maybe I could control your helipack using the remote control, so you can replace the multi-herply thingamy thing.
Great idea, Olive.
Dr. Cleverbrain gave Olive the remote control. She started to move the sticks and jerkily guided Dr. Cleverbrain up to the top of the pipe. Olive was concentrating hard. This wasn't easy at all.
Just a little bit closer, Olive.
But Olive was so focused on controlling the helipack, she didn't notice she'd bumped the control dial on the weather machine. The dial on the machine turned to wind. Olive spun around trying to control the helipack as she watched Dr. Cleverbrain, but got tangled up in the wires, so she couldn't see what she was doing.
Who turned out the lights?
The weather machine made lots of rain.
Oh, 99.
Then suddenly, it made a thunderstorm. Then a snowstorm. And finally, it sucked up all the clouds in the sky, along with poor old Dr. Cleverbrain. Then there was a bang and a clatter, and Dr. Cleverbrain came flying out of the doors at the bottom of the machine. He helped untangle Olive.
Oh, what happened?
We fixed the machine, Olive, just like new.
Olive looked up and saw all the weather shooting out from the machine into the sky. In one place, it was snowing. In another, it was raining. And in another place, there was a thunderstorm. And right above Olive was bright sunshine, making a beautiful rainbow.
Looks like it'll be hard to forecast the weather today.
Chuckled Olive. They both laughed. And as they did, Olive realised it was time to go.
Typical Olive, daydreaming again.
Said her mum.
Actually, I've been using a weather machine to make weather.
Your head's been in the sand too long, dear.
Said Olive's dad. Her little brother laughed. But Olive wasn't listening. She was already dreaming of her next big adventure.